You know, we hear a lot about the braid to fluorocarbon trend. You know, all the cool knots, the FG knots, the Alberto knots, the Unity unis. Very effective way to make long casts and very effective way to maintain that sensitivity. But let's not forget about, you know, your straight up fluorocarbon. That's your meat and potatoes. I think I go through more miles of 15-pound InvisX throughout a tournament year than any fluorocarbon in my boat. So, you know, cranking, for example, you know, we fish all around the country, and, you know, there's no better way to figure out what the bass are doing that day or that week than with a moving bait, whether it be a chatterbait, a spinner bait. But I like crankbaits because you could select a shallow running square build crankbait, you could select a medium diving crankbait, 6 to 10 feet, and then the 12 feet and beyond crankbait, the deep diving crankbaits, all require fluorocarbon. Mono is too floaty and too stretchy, and braid, you just can't crank with braid. It floats, it's just too sensitive, and the fish don't bite it. Let me just kind of generally go through line size, fluorocarbon line size with shallow running crankbaits, medium diving crankbaits, and then deep diving crankbaits. Generally speaking, the shallower the bill, the smaller the bill on that crankbait, the higher line size you want to go. I rarely go with a 25-pound test for cranking, so we were going to start at 20 and 17-pound test in InvisX or a BrazeX. So shallow running square bills, 17 and 20-pound straight fluorocarbon bait caster, and glassy, real moderate style rods. Moving on to a medium diving crankbait, you know, 6 foot, 8 foot to 12 foot depths. You really like that 12 and 15-pound diameter size. Again, the smaller diameter, the longer the bill. The smaller diameter, the deeper the dive that crankbait will go. And then, you know, the deeper diving crankbaits, if you got a bill that's 2 inches long or even longer, you want to go with the 12s and the 15s, sometimes even 10 on those real clear fisheries. Keith Combs, a Seaguar buddy of mine, swears by 15 all the way around. He's from Texas, but I like cranking with the 12-pound. I just finished up a tournament here not too long ago where I cranked with 12 exclusively on line shy fish. That 12 InvisX is really, really good stuff. So, you know, amidst all the braid and fluorocarbon craze, don't forget about that straight fluorocarbon. And remember, select that line diameter size to that crankbait bill you're fishing. The smaller the bill, the larger diameter. The longer the bill, the smaller diameter. And just keep that spectrum from 10-pound test to 20-pound test.